guys, it's Carrie here. I'm back with another video. This time I'm excited to show you guys my new PC build. And this video will not be your simple build guides video. I'll be talking about my parts and I'll be showing you in time lapse what I did. And also this PC was built with the help of my friend Val, and also thanks to my friend Nate for letting me borrow his 16 gigabytes of RAM because I ordered laptop RAM on accident, so I had to return it, and it's gonna take a while for me to get my new RAM. So yeah, this is not your regular PC guide video, but I'm excited to show you guys the process of my very first PC. I named her name is Ignite, and she has a last name in Latin, and my friend helped me come up with that. The last name is Te Flagranti. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Te Flagranti in Latin means your passion, and so the PC name is Ignite Your Passion. And I'm really passionate about video and visual effects, and I'm learning animation, so I needed the hardware to handle all that, and my Cintiq simply could not cut it, especially when it comes to rendering extreme high After Effects compressions. So let's get on with the video, guys. Very first thing is the parts. I decided to build a mini ATX build because I like the compact of it. It's not as heavy as a full build, but it's not mini ITX, so I wouldn't have to figure out a lot of the cable management, which thanks to my friend I was able to get that in this build. And so here are the parts. I choose the Master Q300L mini ATX case. I've seen so much reviews on that, and it's a really good bang for the value. And so that's the first part. And before we continue, my friend actually helped me set up this build on PC Part Picker, and I updated throughout the year. And actually my graphics card is used. It's a GTX 1070 mini. I got a good deal on it on eBay for $250, and it runs smoothly. I was scared that it wasn't gonna be legit because of the whole Bitcoin system thing that happened. I thought people were just gonna sell me like a fake card or a degraded one, but I ended up getting a really good deal on that. I chose an i5 because I chose an i5 over an i7 or i9 because, again, those are not in my budget. And also my focus on this build is the graphics card, the GPU, so I spent more money on the GPU than the CPU, and I think 8400 and 1070 is a pretty good combo. And I went with 16 gigs of RAM, and this one is my friend, but I have another one on the way, so here's a quick pop-up. I think 16 is pretty good. I eventually want to upgrade to 32 gigs, but that's what I could afford now. And for storage, I went with a 240 SSD for my programs and games, some of my games. The motherboard, I went for the H370M Bazooka by MSI, and this motherboard is pretty sick. It has a lot of ports and upgradability, so yeah. And for the power supply, I went with the EVGA Supernova G55, no, 550. Yeah, bought a Wi-Fi adapter for $6, and that's it, guys. So let's get right into the build process. And for the first half of the video, I did install the CPU and stock cooler and RAM myself, but then I kind of got stuck with the rest of the parts. That's when my friend came in and helped me out. And yeah, for the rest of the video, it's just gonna be purely voiceover Alright guys, so to get started, the first thing that I did was take out the motherboard out of its packaging, and I started the pre-build on top of the box because initially I was watching OZtalks tutorial and he did these installing the CPU and stock cooler and stuff like that out of the box, so that way it's easier to test. So I'm taking out the CPU out of the packaging, and it was I had to fight with it a little bit and to get it out. So that's when I install it. A lot of this I did off camera because I had trouble pulling the little lever thing because I didn't want to push too hard, and so I thought like if I was pushing too hard I was gonna break it. So like this whole part, it took me a long time to do, and I did it off camera. After that was installing the stock cooler. That one was a little bit more straightforward, and I did install the RAM, but I realized the footage is not included right here. But yeah, after I installed the stock cooler and RAM, my friend came over a couple hours later and helped me test out the parts. Because I tried doing that, but then I didn't know which one was the right connector until I looked at my I didn't know I had to look at my manual. And so my friend showed me it was this one, not the one that was in the tutorial, because we have different motherboards. And so it worked. We tested out the parts. So now time to unscrew the case, the front panel. And then after that I'm gonna remove the back panel so that way we could put in the motherboard. We could start building on the inside, and my friend helped me out with the alignment and helped me get it right. And so that was pretty interesting for me to do, putting it inside the case like that, and I was like afraid that it was gonna fall, so I made sure to put all the screws included. My friend said I didn't need to put all of them, but after putting the motherboard into the case I decided to screw every little angle because I did not want it to fall, because I was gonna carry this thing to work sometimes. And so those screws were a lot easier than any other screws on the case. And so yeah guys, after that, the rest of the build my friend took over and helped me install the power supply and was screwing things in. And after the power supply, he put in the GPU, the graphics card. And for the graphics card you have to take out some of the side ports and unscrew them. And so yeah, I'm happy he was there to help me. And now we're installing the hard drive, the 240 gigabytes hard drive, and those go on the back panel on the case. Okay, no, that one is the 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm so sorry. 2 terabyte hard drive. And after that, then he's gonna install my 240 gigabyte SSD. And but yeah, I realized I didn't mention the 2 terabyte during the air roll. I'm so sorry guys. After that, he helped me a lot with the time management. He helped me a lot with the cable management. Now he was connecting everything to the power supply and the motherboard. At first I did that first, but then he told me to save that for last. And so he unplugged it and now plugging everything back in and doing all the cable management. And with this case, a lot of the cable management was the back panel, which was good so you don't see any wires when you're looking through the plexiglass. So now time to test it to see if it works to install Windows. Alright, so we're installing Windows now. And we're done guys. This was the final step, which was removing the little plastic that comes with it. And you hear that swishy noise. And that just feels so good to hear that noise after a build. So, you guys. No benchmark tests in this video. I'll save that for another video. I didn't want this to be too long. And what I learned from building my very first PC is that it takes a lot of time and that you can't just follow one person's tutorial, because at first I was watching OZtalks full guide on building a PC because he has a similar case, but then his motherboard was different because he was using an AMD processor, so it was kind of hard for me to follow through, and then I had to look up every little thing because my motherboard was completely different, and so a lot of the ports I had to look into. So a lot of the ports I had to look into the manual to see which one was compatible with mine and where I should plug it in. But overall, it was an interesting experience. I'm happy that I had my friend to help me out to do this because I invested a lot into this. So I didn't want to go through the full process of just putting it together myself because I was afraid I was gonna mess it up, especially after I bought a laptop for him accidentally. So yeah guys, it was an interesting experience building my very first PC, and this is gonna last me a while. In no way I'm throwing away my Cintiq. I'm still gonna use my Cintiq, and I still have my pad tablet at the same time, like my Intuos, since my Cintiq is not my Cintiq companion is not one of those Cintiqs that it's a standalone computer by itself. So I'm still gonna be using that because it works great for drawing and other stuff, but I'm going to be doing a lot of my powerhouse stuff on that computer, and I'm excited to be releasing a lot of content for you guys thanks to the power of this PC. With the 1070, no more waiting hours to export a 5-minute video. Like, it wasn't as bad on my Cintiq because it's an i7, but for longer videos like 20 minutes or 12 minutes, or even my tutorials which are like 40 minutes, it would take forever to export. But with the 1070, I use that same graphics card at work. It's flawless. So yeah guys, that was just a quick note. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More content to come, and I will be doing a setup video once I save up enough money to get a second monitor, because once you go to monitor life, you don't go back. It saves you so much time and productivity. And yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or concerns below, let me know down in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.